When his star and the ghost of Inanna awoke, they were far from Samaria. Here their name had never been spoken, but here their spirit lived on. Here they were named Oshun. The first thing Oshun felt on waking was the baking hot sun beating down upon a parched, waterless land. There was sorrow and trouble in this life. She felt it burnt into her skin. The air was lifeless and dry. Dust clouds rose and swirled wherever you put your feet. This was no land to be thankful for, she thought, and asked a stranger kneeling in the slim shade of a dead tree trunk. What had they done to anger the gods to suffer such drought and famine? It was no god, he replied, weeping at her sudden luminous beauty. And it is a curse, he cried, a curse, he repeated softly. Ocean. Seeing the pain, this man's heart felt such pity, and reaching out, drew clouds together overhead. Slowly, a gentle rain fell upon the parched earth, wetting the man's lips and washing away his tears. Stunned and overwhelmed, the man suddenly recognized the goddess Oshun, and threw himself onto the ground at her feet, quivering. Why do you tremble so, Oshun? I am afraid, answered the man, unable to raise his head to look at her. Why are you afraid? Asked Oshun as the soft rain seeped into the earth, where it fell tiny shoots and leaves began to appear. I am afraid because I have wronged you, Oshun, the man whispered into the earth, and in my ignorance I have brought this curse upon the land. Oshun begged for the man to tell her his story, shining benignly in the mist, as all around green grasses and flowers grew and bloomed. Trees filled with lush greenery and fruits. Slowly streams began to flow into rivers, and rivers into lakes, and life began to return to the land. My wife has not been able to carry a child for many years now. We have tried and failed many times. She was so sad and frightened, she had given up trying. We prayed to you, oh Ocean, day and night. We prayed, but you never answered. On hearing this, Ocean felt a flush to her cheeks and reached out to raise the man to his feet. But he pulled his hand away and crawled back into the embrace of the tree roots. Why do you pull away? Ocean asked softly. As you didn't answer our pray for a child, I journeyed to your sacred garden and stole a sacred stone and threw it into our well, hoping the water would grant her one. Stunned by the man's admission and offended by the blasphemy, Oshun felt her anger rise at the audacity of this man to dare enter her sacred garden and steal from her. It was taboo. Only women were allowed to enter her forest. All around the rain began to fall harder and faster. Hard bullet drops fired in sprite, wrecking the man curled up tightly in the bowl of the roots and trunk. Soon the water began to pool and the flatlands become awash. Ocean still called the rain forth fast. A heart of hatred flashed through her like lightning. Hate for this man, hate for all those who had abandoned, used or stolen from her. As still the rain smashed down, as thunder and lightning split the skies asunder. Soon the small valleys were filling and spilling over, and the larger ones, towns and villages, slowly began drowning under her wrathful deluge. And a wail of sorrow rose across the lands, but still Ocean brought more deluge. The man at her feet was howling uncontrollably, tearing at his hair in remorse, broken and hollow, seeing his pain and sorrow. Ocean felt her anger vanish and commanded the waters to evaporate. His love for his wife had led to his actions. Was she not the goddess of love and compassion, as well as the goddess of war and divine justice? Her compassion radiated outward, and soon the land transformed. transformed with full clear flowing rivers and streams, full lakes brimming with fish and fowl, and the land once again restored, rich and fertile. This time counting her